Hey, Spuddies! Potato Big Whiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 6 as Russia in the Volcano Tundra game, where we got a nice volcano that has yet to erupt. However, now the fact that I have said that it has yet to erupt means that the eruption is imminent. Everybody knows that that's how that works. Now, housing is a little bit of a problem in the city of Yaroslavl. So I do think that we will go for a granary here to try and pump up the jam to get the volume of housing in here up a little bit. We have managed to grab political philosophy this turn, so we're going to move into drama and poetry and then eventually theology. Also, our culture is insane right now, which is fantastic. We are going to want to switch Pingala out and in and out and shake it all about into this city. And we're going to go for Classical Republic this game because getting a housing and an amenity from our holy sites when we build them in our cities is fantastic, and the 15% Great People points works really well with Russia. So we have urban planning. I do think that Diplomatic League could work quite well for us eventually. I'll take Charismatic Leader for now. We don't need production towards builders or settlers. We could take Caravanseries for gold. I don't think God King is slightly more optimal here. And I also think that producing units right now could be quite useful. So I'm going to take a GOG, and after masonry, I'm going to research ironworking. And I think what I'm going to do is just produce. I'm also building a shrine in Novgorod, by the way, for the +3 faith, or +3 food rather. I think I'm going to start producing a little bit of a small military to maintain my noise. I think we've also decided we're going to kill Hong Kong, even though we've heavily invested envoys in there. And we're currently in the middle of a war with Babylon, which will require its own bit of maneuvering. We have gotten our second copy of Iron Online, which is very nice. So I think we're going to go ahead and, well, first things first, we need to upgrade this archer. Then we declare war. Boom. We get kicked out. You step forward. You step forward. Shoot the city. Shoot the city. Scout should be able to take it next turn. We'll see how that shakes out. Magnus is established in Novgorod. So I'm going to move a builder back over there so we can start doing some chopping. Can't wait to get my theater squares down. It's going to be an exciting time. All we need to do is to get Hong Kong down to a conquerable amount of health and then have this little scout swoop in, and boom, we managed to nail ourselves an extra city, which honestly, I'm very happy about. We're going to immediately come into Yaroslavl here and grab ourselves a settler to settle over here. And I think we've managed to maneuver ourselves into a really, really damn nice position. Okay, we'll go ahead and get you positioned up on this ivory. And you know what? You were meant to go down this way. Don't build me a granary. Instead, build me a warrior. Get me a warrior. Thinking about Hong Kong, let's go ahead and repair the monument, and then we'll immediately build a lavra. I'm looking for a +2/+3. There is a +2 right there, but a potential for a +3 down the line. So I will go ahead and plonk that in place, but I will finish repairing the monument first. I think that's a reasonable move. All right, Persia has denounced me. He's angry with me, which makes me glad that I'm starting to pivot to build a military. Now, we did just get drama and poetry, so I'm going to go ahead and take out God King and plug in Core V, because we're about to go ahead and try and build... Temple of Artemis was just built, which means that was a waste of my time. So let's just chop out the shrine and use the overflow to get a monument, because I want that culture. There's a builder over here in Hong Kong. I'm going to go ahead and send it to St. Petersburg. Now, we need to build a temple for St. Petersburg. So probably the second we finish theology, we'll swap over with Magnus so we can chop out the Mahabodhi temple. We'll probably chop out the temple plus the Mahabodhi itself. I'm also going to come in here. Need to get the 7 pop in here to build a theater square. We did find Nan Madol. Kind of scary in the hands of Nader Shah, which is why he has such a high culture. We will want to make friends with Nan Madol eventually. Really important is probably embarkation now. At some point this game, we're going to want to get all the way up. In particular, we want to get sailing, but eventually we would like to get cartography as well. I think though the current directionality of things is fine. So I got an extra warrior. An extra 2 warriors should be good enough. We have the granary popping out. There's no luxuries inside my empire that I don't have improved. You're standing on a pillage. You're standing on a chop. Pillage. Oh. I guess chopping is kind of like pillaging your own land. So a city-state just declared war on me. It is Wolan. Wolan? We could kill Wolan. Don't really want to. But I am going to start moving units in that direction. Okay, we get to claim a great person. Looks like we got our first great writer. We can go ahead and create a great work of writing that's +2 culture and +2 tourism per turn. But we are up to 10 tourism per turn, which feels pretty good. I think the granary in the city of Yaroslavl does make sense. That's going to give us the extra housing and food that we need. I'm looking at Hong Kong. We have managed to repair the monument. The city is at its housing cap, but I think that's better served by getting the lavra. I think I will go granary into lavra here. So let's pre-swap Magnus into the capital, and then we'll temp swap Pingala into Hong Kong. Theology should finish next turn. Go ahead and defend that city. Yep, they're attacking the city as I expected. The fact that I have a warrior in it is giving me the time that I need to keep it safe. Let's faith buy another builder in the capital. I'm going to see if I can sell something. Not iron, maybe Diplo Favor. I could definitely purchase Diplo Favor, but I've no one to sell it to. Can I piece you out? No, not for 2 turns. Okay, so we're in a little bit of a crunch here. We got to figure out. I could get 100 gold for that. I don't think I want that. I need enough gold to buy an extra warrior or a spearman. If I could buy a spearman or a heavy chariot. A heavy chariot would actually give me what I need here. So I need to find a way to get 50 gold. And I think maybe being able to get trade gold for turn for raw gold is the move here. So I'm going to trade 4 gold per turn for 53 gold right now. I'm going to step this warrior out of the city, purchase a heavy chariot, bring the city up to 30 combat strength, and then attack here to lower this unit's health. I think that is the sequence of moves. I'm also going to go ahead and grab military tradition, which we could be flanking at support combat bonuses. And then I will head for games and recreation into defensive tactics because I want to get to feudalism ASAP. I could, in theory, go for recorded history for the extra governor title, but that's not super important, I don't think. We are going to start the temple in the capital right now. We have the Lavra in Astrakhan. I think getting the shrine up for the growth is huge. We have a single envoy in the bank. We're going to wait. Well, what we could do is we take out Charismatic Leader, we plug in Diplomatic League, so the first envoy that we send to each city-state counts as 2 envoys, and we send that to Nan Madol, and that brings us up to 2 out of 6 that we need to beat Nader Shah. +1 culture in the capital and in every amphitheater is pretty damn nice. Alright, so they are attacking Novgorod, but they're doing less damage now. They did pillage my encampment, my camp rather. Let's go all in. Kill 2 of their units. Another warrior is reinforcing. I have another builder in the building. I think going for my temples for the faith and food is the play here. I don't think any other play really makes a lot of sense in the situation that I'm in. We're also going to go ahead and settle what should be, in theory, our final city. We don't have a particularly good Lavra unless we wait. So I will open with a monument in this city. Okay, I think I would like to unlock irrigation to be able to make plantations. Actually, I don't have that many plantation viable tiles in my empire. So maybe I would be better off with something else. Unlocking currency could be handy. So it looks like Babylon has levied these. I'm going to go ahead and attack here to get a level up on my scout. I'm going to attack here. I'll step you into this tile. You'll move here. Then we can smash you with the chariot. We won't attack just yet. Do 2 more turns until Magnus is established. Food is a little bit of a struggle in the capital right now, as is production, but we should be able to get the hold of things. We do have the Lavra in Moscow. Let's get started on the shrine, because that shrine is worth 3 food per turn as well as 2 faith, and potentially a lot more faith over the course of the game if we can find the right things. Okay, we got a little bit of a problem that we're at war with Geneva. I think piecing out Babylon here does make sense if he's willing to take it. Now, would he pay me? He'll pay me a small amount of gold. I think mission accomplished as far as I'm concerned with this war. We prevented Babylon from taking Hong Kong. We took Hong Kong ourselves. We got a 4-pop city instantly, and we managed to kill off a whole bunch of Babylon's units and waste a bunch of his time. So as far as I'm concerned, that whole war was basically a raving success. I am going to go ahead and buy cheap Diplo Favor. Then I'm going to go ahead and sell off our Diplo Favor for 16 gold per turn for Babylon. I'm going to sell off our iron for as much off of who will buy it. And we're looking pretty damn good, I would say, across the board. We have enough of a military so that we don't look like a slouch. Like, Babylon probably looks like a more attractive target than us, and generally construction is going well across our empire. Probably get rid of Core V, but we are going to keep it for the Mahabodhi, I guess. There's also something to be said if I go for the city overlap map mode here. We could get a 5-city Colosseum in Hong Kong. It's entirely possible. If I were to go entertainment complex here, Colosseum here, we could do some serious amenity and culture work. It's a 5-city overlap, which also means we probably want to get an industrial zone somewhere in this area. Maybe like an aqueduct there, industrial zone there that hits 5 cities. That looks pretty comfy, looks pretty efficient. I'm liking how this is all starting to shake out as a plan. So I think we go Mahabodhi Temple and then we bounce back for the Colosseum with the Magnus chopping. So Magnus is now established in St. Petersburg. Let's go ahead and chop here. 72 production will finish the temple. Then we immediately switch into building the Mahabodhi Temple. That's a 20-turn build. Then we chop, get it down to 17. We chop, get it down to 12. A little bit of production improving and tile switching, all that stuff will get us slightly further along. Can we switch tiles of any kind to get extra chops in? Maybe. See what we can do. Let's talk to Babylon and get mutual open borders. That's honestly something I should do right now with everyone that is willing to make that deal. Mutual open borders will score me a very, very, very slight increase in tourism. If I go to the tourism screen, you can see here, I'm getting a 25% boost for open borders with most people. I also need to explore to start generating tourism. And building wonders will be a really helpful way for me to get tourism. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, right? There's games and recreation. We're going to come into Hong Kong. We're going to buy this tile. And since it's the city's second district, we should be able to plonk down an entertainment complex, no problem. I am going to finish what we're working on, but I am going to faith purchase a builder in here. But this is going to be the last builder I take, possibly before we finish feudalism. I would like 6 farms. And I think a farm here, and a farm here all suits and fits into that plan. So I'm also going to faith buy a builder in Novgorod to do these 3 farms. Although that might require an extra build charge. We'll have to play around with that. Right, camp here, mine here, pasture here. We're down to 10 turns with no chops available, sadly. But that's okay. We did manage to get the granary in Yaroslavl. Let's go for the temple. Again, faith, food, housing. All the beautiful things that we want to help keep giving our civilization momentum. We're up to 61 faith per turn, which is incredible. Great rider is in position. Oh, wait. Oh, you can't quite take that choppable tile. Oh, well. Boom. 3 turns remaining. You make your way down there, as can you. And we'll go get that jade online as well, because it's another sellable resource. All right, we'll garrison the city with the horse. We'll move a warrior over to the left. Well, I say horse, it's a chariot, really. We've almost got a full scout on the Persian Empire, thanks to the open borders. And we did just boost Reformed Church, and as well as unlock this. So who founded Hinduism? Babylon founded Hinduism, but I think my religion is spreading a little bit more efficiently than his. I do need to get more Golden Age points. That's a little bit of a problem for me. Evangelizing my religion will be a big deal. And not in the big deal kind of big deal, but like an actual big deal. I think researching something from feudalism will be, or from the next era, will be good. I may as well unlock irrigation. Farm, and then farm. Feudalism will be boosted in 1 more farm. Yeah, it looks like Persia has declared war on Babylon, which I'm also somewhat okay with, because they're going to waste resources fighting each other, which is exactly what I want. Let's see if we can get apprenticeship. I think the +1 production to mines would be useful, and being able to get man-at-arms to defend ourselves would be great. Let's put a mine right there. You move over. Drop a little farm. Boom. There is a +4 theater square in the capital. That would be absolutely godlike. I think I would like the trade route in Novgorod before I get the theater square. So I may go for the commercial hub. Then again, I feel like theater squares are directly feeding into my win condition. So I think it is theater square time. So we'll just get that placed and get to work on it. Jump over there, drop that farm. And feudalism is officially boosted, so we have a good chance of getting it before the next era, which is a little bit of era score. Gonna drop the mine here. Lovely. Right, progress towards divine right has advanced. Classical era ends in 10 turns. Conversion is happening nicely. Let's swap Pingala to St. Petersburg, and we'll swap Magnus to Hong Kong. Hong Kong is where we want to do the next round of chopping. That will hurt our culture per turn right now, but that's life. Let's go for the theater squares. Production from the laver is usually the thing that helps us. Now, this Hinduism BS, I don't like. Not a fan. I don't think settling down here makes sense, nor the settling up here. I'm not sure if settling over here on the left really makes sense. I need to explore more. So instead, what I'm going to do is get a builder in cities where it makes sense to improve some tiles. 2 more builders, I think, is the play. And then I'll grab myself a missionary to send to go spread to these guys. And then probably an extra builder in Hong Kong by the end. Maybe a builder or 2 in Hong Kong to make the chopping go smoothly. Unlikely that we'll get a golden age. We might get a normal age. Pop 7 in the capital. We're going to drop that theater square. Drop it like it's hot. Tell the city to focus on production, food, and culture. Really want that Mahabodhi temple. It really does a lot of work for us if we can get it. All right, we got spare luxuries. Let's sell them all. Buy Diplo favor. Anyone got spare luxuries? Salt is on the cards. Sell off a bit of iron. I'm going to chop the pig. That will finish the shrine, which will get me closer to the temple. I think a theater square does fit here, but while we're working it, we may as well put a mine on it. It's +1 production per turn for a single build charge. I think that's pretty worth it, even if it isn't for the rest of the game. This cattle tile could be improved. I would say we're in a pretty okay position, considering it's turn 79. Let's get this camp online. That means an extra truffle to sell, or at least another truffle, at least a truffle online inside my empire. Yeah, I'm very happy to see these guys fighting each other. There's defensive tactics. We do have access to the mausoleum. I'm not going to go for mausoleum this game. I will go for researcher for the +1 science per turn for each citizen in the city. In the capital, that'll be +7 in the capital once Pingala is established. I am going to go ahead and faith purchase a builder over here. Get that pasture online. Get this pasture online. We have a lot of chopping we want to do in Hong Kong. We are making 54 gold per turn. Good scouting intel happening over here on the left. I will be friends with Babylon, that's okay. Great scientist has been recruited. I have enough faith to recruit a missionary. Preslev has been defeated. Hong Kong has been defeated. Machu Picchu, Edamananki, and Temple of Artemis have all gone. We built the shrine in Moscow. I think the obvious thing to go immediately for is Temple. Shrine Temple, just maximize that faith income. It's very clearly a faith game. We did find Bagacum. Oh my god, I totally forgot to rename cities after Patreons. Hold on. This time only 7 names get picked, so it's going to be a little bit more limited. Welcome to Wesley Colosseum, Brandon Tate, Zach Harvey, Gordon Arbuthnot, Adam Dobb, Cameron Holder, and Emmy Castagnier. If you want to join a list of names that can be added to the city renames, do go ahead and check out patreon.com/PotatoMcWhiskey and sign up to the Patreon. 1 turn until the Mahabodhi Temple. We did finish the monument over here in Cameron Holder. I'm going to go ahead and get myself the Lavra right there. Potential +2. Potential slightly higher as well. Let's position you. Now in Adam Dobb, what we need to do is to take all of the choppable tiles inside the city and have builders positioned around strategically. Right, so the entertainment complex will take 18 turns. We harvest here, it'll take 8. We chop here, it'll be done. We go for the arena. Now, how much do I need to purchase the arena? If I could 1-turn the arena for 600 gold, that would be amazing. Let me see how much gold I can get. I can get 34 for 8. What about Diplo Favor? I can get 19 for 25, which ain't great, but I will take it just because I need as much as I can get. I will buy Diplo Favor for nothing. Take that 33 gold. Any horse buyers? Oh, 120 gold right there. So I need to get 200 gold in exchange for gold per turn. All right, let's see what we can get off the Maori. 6 gold, we can get 100, which means I need 97 gold off someone who doesn't like me. I can get 9.6 to 1, which is the best ratio I'm going to get off this guy. Ugh, I hate it. God, he won't even consider it for a while. Do I have something I could harvest? I actually do. I've stripped everyone else bare of gold. So maybe I just wait a turn. Put a turn into a Lavra. It's fine. I'm going to move this trader over to Adam Dobb to try to get the Colosseum slightly faster. A little bit of internal production seems fine. 98 turns until the city converts. Let's convert it immediately. Mr. Squiggles spreads his noodleage. There's the Mahabodhi Temple. This will give us +2 diplomatic victory points and 2 apostles. And the power of getting 2 apostles means that we can instantaneously evangelize our religion. Being able to instantaneously evangelize our religion is actually worth a lot of faith. Because if we were to try to purchase those, right, we also got buttresses boosted. Because if we were to try to purchase those apostles right now, it would cost us over about 800 faith, right? So building the Mahabodhi Temple is worth 800 faith. Plus we get the instantaneous evangelization. Now I could look at my promotions, but I'm not really worried about that. Instead, we're going to evangelize. We're going to move you to here. We're going to evangelize. We're going to get another great writer. So we're actually slightly ahead on great writers. I think I really want the audience chamber, but getting the theater square down is also really nice. I need to pick up a little more cash if I can. No one has any cash. If I trade 3 gold per turn to you, I can just barely afford to purchase an arena, and then I can step here and chop out the Lavra, use the overflow to begin the Colosseum, and then begin hard chopping out this wonder. Boom. 28 turns remaining. Let's quickly buy another builder in here. I think that's super necessary. We're also going to trade with Wesley Clausen, aka the capital, for 3 food, 2 production. So we're at 20 turns. Now in terms of beliefs, I do like the Stupa. Big fan of that. The extra amenity is really helpful. I think Holy Orders is fantastic, as is Itinerant Preachers for the passive spread. I think I'm going to take Itinerant Preachers for the passive spread. Confirm, because that passive spread should eventually allow me to more easily take over the continent. See, incoming pressure is 15. Over here, incoming pressure is 8. A single missionary charge is worth 200 pressure. So just to put that into perspective, if we were to tabulate all of the possible pressure, it's like XYZ missionaries per turn worth of pressure. That's another way that you can think about it. There are possible settlements through the passes here. We have avoided the Dark Age, which I'm reasonably happy with. Would have preferred a Golden Age, but you're not always able to get everything that you want. Chop here. You're going to improve that camp. You're going to step here and chop. There's the Colosseum, a 5-city Colosseum. 2 amenities, 2 culture, 2 loyalty per turn to all cities within 6 tiles. It's a beautiful wonder. Also, don't forget that it's going to generate tourism for us. A very, very slight amount of tourism over the course of the game. Right now it's 2 per turn, which is not much, I will grant you. But it is it's like having an extra great work in your empire. That's the way I want you to think about it. So when it comes to Brandon Tate, the city of Brandon Tate, we don't have amazing options for theater squares. We definitely want a theater square, and so I think one right here is totally viable. So I'll just pop it down. +1 theater square is fine. So with the Colosseum completed, we definitely want to go for the Shrine Temple. Stupa, on the other hand, is a little bit more of a question mark about whether or not we want to go that hard for it. A lot of growth potential in here, not a lot of production potential, which is going to be a problem. A problem that we'll have to fix, because we did just basically chop away the city's entire production line. Granted, it was for the Colosseum, which is one of the best wonders in the entire game, particularly in regards to its cultural output. We're going to go ahead and convert Bacteri, and then probably Susa. And this little bit of pressure should do some work, because in theory now, 8 pressure coming from my empire over here. Probably going to start sending missionaries around the world. Around the world. Around the world. Copyright claim, no. Please don't. So we miss a golden age, but we do miss the golden age by a very slim margin. I'll be real with you. Like we almost got that golden age. We did just get feudalism. I'm gonna drop Corvée. I'm gonna plug in serfdom. I'm gonna take the diplomatic league out and plug in charismatic leader. I'm gonna grab. I don't need those extra great rider points. Conscription could be good. Ooh, no, it's gonna be scripture. The 100% of holy site adjacency bonuses. That's amazing amounts of faith. You know, there's something to be said for potentially sending a settler through the gap here. So I'm going to buy that settler and, get that underway. Persia hates my guts. Rather, he's denounced me at some point. So we have feudalism. Now, we could make an argument for going for monarchy this game. The 50% influence points would give us better control over city-states. Also, the +1 housing per level of walls. There's also an argument to be made for theocracy. The 15% discount on purchases with faith. I think we are going to live in monarchy and then switch to theocracy once we get conservation, so we can purchase all of those things. I think in terms of faith priority right now, my faith is to be used for building my tier 3 holy site buildings. Well, spreading my religion via missionaries, then building my tier 3 holy site buildings, and then saving. So that order of operations appeals to my brain. Brandon Tate, I think you can take this. And I think we can move Magnus out of the city of Adam Dobb to somewhere with more chops like Gordon Abbotnot. Let's convert Susa. It should flip very soon because we got massive pressure per turn flowing in there. And the world has now entered into the medieval era, which is fantastic. +1 era score from completing apprenticeship. That's going to be extra production. We also have access to the industrial zone as well as demand at arms. We can make a dedication. I think Exodus the Evangelist is a perfectly reasonable one here. Especially if we're going to be focusing on a little bit of missionary work. Okay, let's get mathematics. We want the diplomatic quarter. Not really, I wouldn't call this a Petra game. It's way too flat a desert for Petra, so we just kind of want to put districts on there if at all possible. I will take this pasture though in the capital. It's a pretty damn good tile. We might want to start thinking about alliances. We are going for civil service, so we will be able to get an alliance soon. We're also going to get another governor title, so perhaps 100% great people generation in the capital using Pingala could be a viable move. The total amount of riders that we're producing is going to skyrocket pretty soon. We're making 5.7. That should start to go up to a really, really big number. I think range units getting +1 combat strength. Otherwise, I think just scientific city-states being better is fine. Scientific and melee got picked, which is fine. 100% campus adjacency, great library, nothing that we care about too much. We could faith purchase the Stupa in here at some point. Let's have a look. You've got a decent amount of surplus food. I think the thing to get is a monument in here. Governor title, I think I'm going to go ahead and grab grants to get that 100% great people points generated in the capital. Because if we think about what the capital generates, it generates a bunch of great people points, like somewhere in the region of what? Well, I'm thinking about the lava. It's 2 great profit points, +1 for my pantheon. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... like 14 great people points from the capital alone, getting doubled thanks to Pingala's ability. If I'd gotten the Oracle, it would have been amazing. I kind of wish I had gotten the Oracle, because like the +2 great people of their type is amazing. The potential to settle a tundra over on another continent is actually huge if I can get another golden age, which I would love to do, especially if I could do it through spreading my religion. And it's totally something I am willing to manipulate. All right, +3 era score from the first theater square with a high adjacency. That's going to help us out. We've also got access to mathematics. Now, speaking of this theater square, I think purchasing the Stupa might be good. Or what do we go for next? Well, we are missing the audience chamber. We're also missing the amphitheater. Can I secure enough gold to buy the amphitheater? Should be about 600 gold. So let me have a look. Any iron purchasers? No, not really. Can I purchase Diplo Favor? Not cheap enough. Can I purchase luxuries? Not really. Nobody wants this. People do want my Diplo favor. It's fine. You will buy my luxuries for gold. I just need like a little bit of gold. I might be able to buy the amphitheater in a turn or two, which means I'm going to work on the audience chamber for that +2 amenities and +4 housing. Then again, if the potential for a huge settling zone over here is real, maybe that's not what I want. Also, we met Portugal. It's an honor to meet you. Every person that we meet is actually a huge boon. We also met Paiti. Awesome. Both in terms of era score, but also just, generating that passive tourism. Like, we should start to generate tourists soon. Now, Persia is going to be a bit of a problem. They're currently the #1. However, we have a great relationship with them. And we should start siphoning off tourists from them soon. Would be good to get printing for the tourism yields from Great Works of Writing doubling. I also don't have sailing. I can't embark. I'll quickly grab that. Also need the ability to make lumber mills. Be pretty useful. I could purchase a lumber mill in the capital, which would prevent me from purchasing the amphitheater. So I tell you what, since I'm at a loss at what to build in the capital, I'm going to take 3 turns, and I might get a better scout on what's going on over here in those 3 turns, and be in a better position to make some decisions. So I think naturally we go for the temple here, +3 food, +4 faith. It's all wonderful. And currently this game is now moving in like a super interesting position. Like, if I can get enough growth in these cities on the front line to lower the loyalty pressure of this zone, I could settle on the Jade or near the Jade. And like, that's a +3 holy site right there. Like, there's a city in this area, potentially, as well as potentially over here. It would take a lot of resources to develop them, but we could do a lot with those. Just depends on how well we can develop things. I'm going to get a friendship with Gaul as well and send him a delegation. Would really love Persia to stop denouncing me. Let's build this pasture. I'm going to get a missionary and a missionary. 2 more missionaries, because there's a lot of unconverted cities in the nearby area, and easy to convert cities as well, especially because these 2 guys are dueling, and he hasn't even really spread his religion very far. This isn't even his original capital. I think his original capital has been like, I don't even know. Original capital, new capital. I don't even know what's going on with Babylon right now. But I tell you what I do know. This game is shaping up to be fascinating. I'm going to go ahead and call it there. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.